4-0 loss to Oxford last night. What's there really to say? Bitterly disappointed, of course. Not really surprised, to be honest, because whenever we play lower league sides in cup competitions, we just don't seem to ever be up for it. And it's happened 3 seasons in a row now. Nothing's really changed. And what's alarming is that, most of those players that played last night are guys that are supposed to be helping out our first team players. They're fringe players, but they're still definitely good enough to hold their own and put in a shift. I mean, the likes of Snodgrass, Wilshire, those are big names that are in and around the first team starting lineup. But after last night, I'm not too sure. I'm not singling out anyone. I think as a collective, the team just wasn't good enough. And hopefully it's a wake-up call. But what is there to look forward to if we're not going to have a cup run? Just the FA Cup now and the league. So bitterly disappointed. But yeah, players need to have a look at themselves. Can't get too upset about it because it's happened before. Let's go back to the drawing board and focus on the league now.
Okay, what can we say about last night? A lot of angry fans. I think it was a disgraceful performance. What I made last night is how we don't seem to take cup games seriously. I don't think Pellegrini really respects any cups, which I think is wrong in the English game. It's our only chance of really getting anything. We've got to be realistic. We ain't going to win the league. We're not going to win Champions League. I doubt we'll even get in Europe. We'd hardly touch it. What I don't get is let us have a good cup run. Give the fans something. Let's have a nice day out at Wembley. It's not fair what they're doing every time. It's an absolute embarrassment. And do you know what? I come out the ground Saturday and I thought, yeah, this is getting better. We're playing better as a team. A bit hopeful. And then that happens last night. A team like you'd think you'd associate with spelling bees and Inspector Morse, and they've turned us over 4-0. Absolutely disgusting.
Oxford 4, West Ham 0. Where do you even start? Utter shambles and embarrassment from start to finish. I want to sit there. I mean, people sat there and said blame Pellegrini, but for me, the team he picked was far easily good enough and should have been miles ahead of beating that team. But we didn't turn up. We play these lower league teams. We have this attitude of that because we're the big team, we're just going to walk it. No issues. We'll just stroll through and we'll win. And it's not like that. And we should know that because 3 years in a row now from either cup competition, we've knocked out by a League One team. It's an attitude problem with the players. And it's just beyond a joke. Right? The thing is, it wasn't even close. Yes, we had all the possession, but we did nothing with it. And then, if you look at the stats, well, Oxford absolutely battered us on chances. Probably lucky to only be 4-0. They were happy to let us have the ball and then hit us on the counter. It's just not acceptable. You cannot be doing that in a cup competition that we should be looking to go further in. That we should have been looking. If you said at the start of the season to any fan, we'd have taken a top 10 finish and a cup run. Well, is it going to be a FA Cup run? Because it's not a League Cup run again. We're not going anywhere in that. I don't know where you start, where you go, where you look with this. It's pathetic, embarrassing. It really is. I shouldn't be sitting here laughing, but if you laugh, you don't laugh, cry, don't you? It's awful, and no one deserves any respect. They should be coming out paying for the fans' tickets and travel, to be honest, because to give up that on a Tuesday night or Wednesday night, give it up on a Wednesday night for that is pathetic. But we move on to Bournemouth and hopefully we continue in the league now and have a better run in the FA Cup.
What a disappointing result last night, 4-0 against League One opposition Oxford United. That's the third consecutive season that West Ham have been defeated in a domestic cup competition from a League One side. And the disappointment of our domestic cup, it continues. It's season after season. It's just disappointment, and it's really, really frustrating as a West Ham fan. Each season we go into it with this hope of the club taking the cup competition serious, and the expectation is there, and we think after 30, 40 years, etc., that we're going to really give something a good shot, and then a display like last night happens again. And it's really unfortunate, but it's also disappointing because it really highlights that squad depth is not one of our good positions. We don't have great squad depth. And to be honest, when you really think about it, it's quite obvious that we don't have squad depth. The amount of players we actually released or sold over the summer, and even in particular the last few weeks of the summer transfer window in Europe, and when we got rid of Hernandez, did we really replace the players properly? We are light in, no, we're not light in the midfield options, but we're light in the defence and we're light up top, and I think that really does show. I think when you come into these cup competitions, you really need to field close enough to your top 11 side, your best 11 side, because on its day, I genuinely believe our first starting 11 is really good, and we can give teams a game of football. And yeah, okay, I know we're talking about a League One opposition and there's no excuses for that, and there isn't excuses, because on paper we should have won that game. On paper we should, but it's the West Ham way, isn't it? My biggest concern is that we're only a couple of injuries away from having a disaster of a season, but should we maintain the squad and the fitness levels that we have with the players that we've got, will that equally have potentially a good season, on the flip side have a good season. So the squad depth is my biggest issue for West Ham, and let's hope that come January we bring a few new acquisitions in that can potentially help to our squad depth, because we desperately need that. Come on, you irons.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Where do I start from? We lost 4-0 to Oxford. West Ham lost 4-0 to Oxford. Embarrassing, inexcusable, shambolic, and diabolical. There's no way to put about it. You just have to. You can't beat around the bush about this one, man. Yeah, we made 9 changes. We did. On paper, that should have been enough, but apparently it wasn't. But it just shows that the players, the backup players that we got, ain't good enough, and that's the worrying thing. Those are our backup players. Like, we've got players, they're not good enough. Like, they really ain't. We should have took this seriously. It's a cup. We need to be taking this seriously. And that proves that we're not taking it seriously. We're not taking the Carabao Cup seriously. We would have put probably maybe a stronger team, but you know, like I said, that should have been enough to beat Oxford. But you know what? I'm not going to discredit Oxford. They done the job. They done the job on us. They made 6 changes as well, so we can't use that. Oh, we made changes, blah blah blah, because they made changes as well. So we throw that one out the window. It's a mentality thing. It really is. They just players that ain't really up to it, like just mentally. I don't know. It annoys me. It frustrates me that we don't take the cup seriously. It just concerns me that the lack of depth, the lack of quality that we have. We have injuries as it is. Like, we got Lanzini injured, we got Antonio injured. God knows what's going to happen if we have Haller injured or Rice, because it's like touching wood, but jeez, if that ever happened, we are fucked. Like, generally fucked. It's just laughable. Like, I was watching glimpses of the highlights because I didn't go to the game last night. I'm glad I didn't, but it's just the defending just freaking comical. Like, it really is. But you know what? I'm just gonna give my quick thoughts. I'm just saying it how it is. But they really need to take a long, hard look at themselves, them players that were on that pitch last night. Because it was just fucking embarrassing. It really was. We're laughing stock at the moment. We're laughing at Spurs, like last night. Like, we lost to Colchester. They lost to Colchester. Look what happened to us. We've got absolutely battered 4-0 by Oxford. Sorry, but it's inexcusable. It really is. But you know, it's done now. Like, we're out of the cup. Like, there's nothing we can do about it now. We just need to go Saturday. We need to make a serious fucking statement, because we got a hard game Saturday against Bournemouth. We've not beaten Bournemouth in the last 5, so they really need to pull their fingers out. And the players that from this, well, what am I saying? The players from the second team, like as you would say, like they need to fucking take a long hard look at themselves, because if they want to perform like that, I think they could break into the first team. They're having a fucking laugh, seriously, they really are. But that's my thoughts, you know. Hopefully Saturday we make a big statement, because we seriously need to. And then that's my thoughts. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Done.